and welcome to another edition of the Health Chat. I'm your host, Vicky, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Rick Hay. Hello, Rick.
I know it's almost time. Happy festive season. We're almost there. I tell you what, though, feels like I'm crawling to the line this year.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah. I think for a lot of us, it's, I've never looked forward to a Christmas break this much. And I've been around for a long time. Yeah.
I agree. Same as our family. I thought we'd talk a little bit about some summer stuff and some Christmas stuff and keep it a bit light this edition, just to get us in the zone for a happy holiday season.
I reckon that sounds good. And we've got some fabulous products today to talk about. Some stuff that's going to help your health and some stuff for just your taste buds as well. But they help your health too, I reckon.
They do, yeah. It's a huge impact. And I thought I'd start with the SPF range because we've got quite a large range of SPF at Oborn. And I have my favorites, my kids have their favorites, and my husband has his favorites. So I thought I'd start with the WotNot Mineral Makeup, which is a BB cream. And if you're anything like me and you just can't be bothered in the morning, I have it on now, actually. I've got the medium shade on. This BB cream with SPF 40 from WotNot is so light and feels and smells really nice. It doesn't smell like a standard SPF. It actually smells really nice. It's very light. You put it on, you get that glow from the BB, and it sort of takes away all the imperfections and it makes you have a natural glow about you. And then I don't even put bronzer or blush or anything. I just put my eyeliner and I'm done for the day, and I can go for my walk and not worry about the sun's damage. It is such a good product. I've been waiting for a company like WotNot to bring something out like this, because I don't like that white look, because I'm actually quite a dark skinned person. And this, you can't tell I'm wearing SPF, but it gives me that pop. I like it. I like it a lot. My kids love the Soleo range. They like the lighter one for every day, but there is one that is water resistant for up to 3 hours. My God, Rick, it's like you're in the tropics. It's so this one's made with coconut. It's super coconutty. It's great for everyday use. It's not greasy or heavy, especially the light everyday one. It's really like light and nice to use every day. It's multi-award winning. Like I said, it's got water resistance for up to 3 hours. It doesn't sting the eyes. That's a big thing for kids. Because I don't know about you, but when we go to the beach and you put it on, you have that weird feeling. It doesn't do that at all. Not many of them do that. I don't know if I've said, but it's reef safe. It's biodegradable, recyclable. It's Australian made. So why not support something local, I say?
No, I love both of those, Vicky. And, when you're talking about the one that's got the tint in it, here's a hint for guys, right? Because I used to do some work in television in the UK. And you don't want to put on stuff as a lot of men don't want to put on stuff if it looks like they're obviously wearing something that looks like makeup, right? Yeah. So what you do with that, you mix it with the light one, the other one you were talking about, 50-50, and what you end up with is a little covering, and no one will know you've got anything tinted on. The other thing about the Soleo one that you were talking about for guys, beards and stubble are in, You don't want something that's going to stick and make you look white, pale, like you're extra from The Walking Dead when it was really at its prime. But they go on and they don't stick all over, and that's really important. I was talking to our director Barry actually about it as well, because guys, when we put it on our arms, you don't want that sunscreen to stick to the hair, and you end up looking a bit scary. But both of those, I like them, and I use them here in Western Australia. That sun is a killer. We already had a 40-degree day the other day. Sunscreen every day in Oz, every day, all through winter. I still remember.
We haven't had summer here in Victoria.
Really. You'll get it though.
Yeah, I know. I feel like someone's hijacked summer, but still, you wear it every day because those UVA and UVB rays are out there. So,
and I remember those people who are old enough like me to remember Joan Collins, who was in Dynasty, the original one. She's quite a beautiful British actress, if those of you who don't know her. But aging very well. And her one secret was sunscreen every day. Yeah, and a hat. Yeah.
From here up.
Yeah. So, good one to start with. I'm going next, aren't I? Oh, yeah, we're tag teaming, aren't we? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I love. We've been ready for the podcast for a month, and I forgot whether it was my turn. I'm going to start not unusually, everyone who listens to these, if they listen more than once, sorry about that. But if you will notice when you listen, I'm often talking about nervous system support. And I'm talking about it because we've had a hell of a year. And also, you know, we're busy. And at Christmas, we get busier. And it just seems to be the family commitments, what we've got going on globally, adding to that, not enough time to shop, et cetera, et cetera. And you're either feeling so strung out that you're awake at 5 a.m. when your brain wants to talk to you, or you are, unable to get that energy during the day. So I've got some products from iThrive that I really like, and you know, they're either vegan or vegetarian. And the one that I've got first is the Adreno Ignite. Now, that is one of the products that's going to give you that little bit of a boost. So if you want to, get some traditional herbs that are used both for rev up and ones like Withania to chill you out a bit, this is a nice one. So it's not going to feel like a cup of coffee. It's going to feel like a bit of a gentle boost. Got some Shazandra in there, some licorice as well, plus Romania and a few other botanicals that will help you along. Really like it. Think it's a good way to go if you want that little bit of a boost during the daytime. That's a vegetarian formula as well. And then what I've got is the Chill Out. Now, this one, as you can probably tell by listening to me speaking really quickly, is one that I like to take in the afternoon into the evening. So I've done my work, I've done my writing, I've done my stuff. This is going to help me just, again, with those traditional herbs to chill out. Kava, passion flower, lemon balm, a few others, together with some magnesium and amino acid glycine as well. I just like that combined with something to rev you up in the day, natural highs and natural chill outs that you're going to just, I really like, I've spoken before on the podcast, I like to get 10 to 20% off because that can feel like 50 when you are really, really in need of some support. And that magnesium there as well will help to nourish you. Will also help with any sore muscles, potentially help with headaches as well, which at this time of the year is a nice place to go. If you've got a headache, reach for magnesium before you reach maybe some pharmaceuticals to see whether that might offer you some relief. And then, look, it would be wrong not to mention some B vitamins. So I've chosen their B active ones, which is really just the B vits together with some coenzyme Q10 and some vitamin C. I like that it's got the CoQ10 and the vitamin C gives it the B vits a little bit more support, really strong nervous system support, cognition support, adrenal support. So you're looking for something that you're just feeling flat, and you've been feeling flat for a while, and you just think, oh God, is this year ever going to end? This is one for you with food, yeah, and preferably in the morning. So you can do all three, or you can do one. And I think you'll get some results whichever way you do it. But it's from iThrive and really one of my favourite ranges of this past year.
That particular B vitamin I'm taking at the moment, because I've spoken in a previous podcast that I take a B complex with my resveratrol or my Jap knotweed. That particular formula is really high strength, and it does give you that pow. Well, it does for me, I find. And those doses that they put in there are on the higher end, so you're getting really good impact with the vitamin Bs. That's a very good formula. I like that brand. I like the whole philosophy behind that brand, actually.
No, we're lucky to have it. No, and it's one of those ones where you can get that symptomatic relief quite quickly. And and that's often what we want, especially at this time of year. Want to chill out, we want to feel it.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the new range of supplements from Vital, and you may know this brand through Vital Greens or Vital All-in-One. Well, they've now got 3 new additions in their supplement range, which is a brand new repertoire of products that they've got. I'm going to be talking specifically about iron and vitamin D. They also do a calcium, and they are all vegan. So if you're looking for a vegan supplement, this is probably what you're after. Their Vital Iron is 100% plant-based, extracted from curry leaves, which I don't think I've heard before.
No.
Have you?
There's always something new. No, I haven't either. Yeah, I love it. I love it when we get something new like that. Who would have thought?
I know, but it kind of makes sense, right? So they use curry leaves. It's super bioavailable, and it's really gentle on the tummy. It's also good to know that it's sustainably grown and sourced. Each capsule contains 4 milligrams of iron and 20 milligrams of vitamin C. The vitamin C comes from the acerola fruit. The next one I want to talk about is the vitamin D from this range. And this has got vitamin D with mushrooms. Now, I have not yet seen anything like this on the market. I usually just see, vegan vitamin D. But this has got the medicinal mushrooms like cordyceps, shiitake, silver ear fungus, reishi, and turkey tail. Not only for that added benefit of vitamin D, but to help promote health and well-being and to support our immune system. What else can I say? Oh, each capsule contains 1,000 IU of vitamin D. So you get your daily intake in one go.
I'm loving that product for this time of year, because you're going to get that immune support, which is so important now globally. And secondly, beyond that, you're going to get the benefits for the mind. And, if ever we've needed benefits for the mind, I think it's right now. So lovely product. Isn't it great, as we were talking about the iron from the curry leaves, and then we're getting like vitamin D from lichen. We are so lucky at the moment globally to be able to have all this research going into natural medicine, giving us all these new little things that comes out. You always read about the forest being the answer to a lot of our problems, and even more so now. I think it's wonderful. I love it. And I always talk about the algal oil as well. I have to throw it in wherever I can. So even though it wasn't on my list, check out algal oil, because it's got good levels of omega 3 DHA and EPA as well. And look, I'm going to move on to a couple of things that are going to deal with weight management into the new year. Now, rather than be a party pooper and say you need to do this before Christmas, let's not worry about it. Let's just have a good time. I think we deserve it. But there's a new product out called Slim Styles, and it's a meal replacement powder. It's whey protein concentrate and isolate together with some supportive vitamins and minerals. The idea of it is you have it once or twice a day to provide you with a feeling of fullness and satiety. About 25 grams of protein per serve. As we know, protein is a nice way to keep us feeling fuller for longer. It's supported by the PGX range. You can get in capsules or in powder that contains alginate, xanthan gum, together with cognac. Now, that is going to really, really tick the satiety button or box. You don't really tick a button, do you? But you know what I mean. So if you're going to take this alongside of the meal replacement shake, the key thing is your craving is going to be reduced. I lectured for 9 years in London on sustainable weight management. One of the key things is to manage cravings. It's going to help with that. Nice products, nice range. Again, ticking all those boxes in terms of feelings of fullness and satiety. Then also I'm going to throw in, if you're vegan or vegetarian, I have to mention rejuvenation. Well, I'm going to mention it because I formulated it, but it also gives you a plant-based option and an alternative if you want something that's vegan. Now, this has got the plant-based proteins, hemp, pea, and rice. They're organic, and it comes together with some superfood blend. I won't talk much about that. All I'd like to say, if you want to know more about that, go to the Rejuvenation website. There's a healthy eating guide that's free. You can download it and have a little look at how this can work into your regular eating pattern with some good recipes. It has around about 15 grams of protein per serve, plant-based, that gives you that alternative. This isn't a formulated meal replacement. If you want to turn it into a meal replacement, what you do is you add some fruit, or you add some nuts and some seeds, obviously some rice milk, something like that, to give it that little bit of extra boost, because it's about 100 calories per serve at the moment, as is. The chocolate flavour does have decent levels of iron that will help with cognition and also with energy at this time of year. So that's a nice thing to know about the chocolate version of the of the berry. There's berry, chocolate, and vanilla if you want to do that. So that was just leading me then a little bit of a segue into a product from Whole Earth and Sea that is a protein and greens blend. Yeah. Now, I like this because detox is going to be big. Weight management is going to be big, and is every year. Please don't say new year to me, but that whole thing. Maybe we can do new half year, because let's not aim too high. You've got the plant-based proteins together with the super greens there. Now, I like having super greens in a mix because I also lectured years ago in detox cleanse and weight management. That was a different topic. And what I try to get across to people is you don't have to go all out on a detox. You can do something daily that will help your body to cleanse naturally. And the super greens are a great way to do that. Plus provide you with super nutrition. And you're talking about super veg, just talking about something that's nutrient dense. that's what you're going to get. You don't need to go all out with the detox because the liver's doing it daily. Just give the liver some nice, colourful foods, lots of water, de-stress a bit. You don't have to go gung-ho with the detox is what I'm saying. Because sometimes the detox will stress you out more than when you started. And then you try to lose weight and you're super stressed, ain't going to happen. Going to gain visceral fat. So I like something that's going to give you that, let you have a detox without really doing one. Do you know what I mean? And the plant-based proteins will do that as well. And some of the healthy meal replacements like Slim Styles also. So I'm suggesting do a detox without even doing one. Just get some more nutrient density into you, look at a bit of exercise, a little bit of chill out. You're going to get a much better result. You do one of those 100% detoxes, you just come back later and probably are worse than when you started, is how I found it. So ease into it. You want to do a good detox, you want to do a good cleanse, fine. But tune yourself up first with something like that.
Great idea. And I'm probably one of those people. If I was to categorize myself as a patient, I'd be the gradual compounding effect detox person rather than this gun-ho, let's do it for 10 days. No. But if I had to do something every day and that's all I had to do, I'd be more than happy to just incorporate that into my diet. You know what I like about Whole Earth and Sea? I did quite a lot of research into their company and how they do their own farming, and they're organic and they do everything themselves in the way that they preserve the nutrients of everything that they cultivate. I think it's just such a great product. I've taken quite a lot of their stuff in the past.
Yeah, nice ethical philosophy from seed to shelf with them as well. I think it's B Corporation certified, which is a global certification for ethical, sustainable things that we need more than ever now. So yeah, I agree with you. I'm really pleased to have access to range like that. And, you know, the good thing is the products are high quality as well, which, you know, if you're going to have sustainability and ethics, but you don't get the efficacy, then, you know, you're losing something out. But they're nice and nice ones. Which when I had my clinic, I'd had something like that years ago. Smart
product there. Okay, so from your lovely, healthy weight management, we're going to dive into indulgence. And that's why not? Because life is too short. And when you have kids and they want snacks, it's very hard as an adult to try and hold back and not have anything with them. And I have found these great, delicious new plant-based chocolates. I was going to call it milk chocolate, but you know, you don't understand when I say milk, I mean MYLK. And in the new range, Bounce have introduced a milk chocolate MYLK and a peanut butter milk chocolate MYLK. They are, honestly, when we talk about chocolate, what's important? Taste, melt factor. True? Yeah. Okay, melt factor, phenomenal.
Yeah.
I already had half of this one. I was going to show you. It is so delicious. And this is what I love more than anything, because they're quite sizable products. So you can just half, you know, you don't have to eat all of it. But this is what I like about it. It is 0 refined sugar. They're all natural. They're gluten-free, no junk, made right here in Australia, and they are spectacular. And, you know, like, if I was going to put something in my child's lunchbox, I'd probably put half of one of these in there. It is so delicious. Now, my favorite's the plain one, but I think this is where we argue, Rick.
Yeah, no, I have to go for the peanut butter. And, you know, we taste a lot because, you know, we have 11,000 products at Oborn, so we are, or plus now probably, we are like taste testers all the time. But that one in the office here in Western Australia caused the factor. And the thing is, I've got some people here who like to give me a bit of grief over my plant-based eating, right? They constantly are doing it. They're like, nah, you can't get chocolate that tastes good. And I gave that one to them and they're wow. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Apart from all the good ingredients, it's its texture. It's creamy and you get something that melts, and that you don't often get with plant-based stuff as well. So really, really pleased. And the nice thing is with it too, you can do half. You don't have to eat the whole one. So that's good. I've got something to bounce off you on this one. Look at this. I've got 180 cakes.
They're so good.
And they're a low carb I'm going to read the bottom here so I don't forget anything. Gluten-free, no added sugar, non-dairy options available when you make them, and also grain-free. So if you're on a weight management campaign and you want something that's still going to taste, you can make your own. I think these are really good. They've also got donuts and brownies and whatnot, but a really nice thing. So the ones that I've got here is a vanilla cake with vanilla bean frosting and the vanilla cupcakes with vanilla bean frosting. So just something that if you want to have a bit of fun baking over the festive season, you can do it with something that's going to still give you something naughty, but gives you a chance to feel a bit decadent, and like you're not missing out on cakes. And they do a nice chocolate one as well. These have been a big hit with a lot of the staff over here, but also they're big sellers for us. They do very well out there in the the retail, even practitioner world. With everybody wanting a delicious tasting cake that is on the healthy side. Yeah.
On that, I actually prescribe that to some of the people that come and see me, in particular women who are pregnant and they suffer from gestational diabetes. The problem is when you're pregnant, because I know what it's like, these cravings set in, and until you satisfy that craving, it will not budge. And I suggested the 180 cakes, not only because of the fact that it doesn't contain any sugar, it's not going to raise your glycemic index, not going to do anything to your blood sugar, but because of the protein. It's so much protein thanks to the almond meal. I'm pretty sure it's almond meal that they use. Is it?
Hang on, you're asking me how would I know? Yes.
Because of the almond meal, right? I was sure, because this is true. So not only does she get her protein, she gets some other minerals from just the almond itself, but that desire and that desire for sugar is completely satisfied. Mm-hmm. Now, she made it thinking that the rest of her family won't like it because she's got 3 other children and a husband. So she was pregnant with her 4th. She didn't think her kids were going to like it, and they loved it. And she ended up buying a whole box of the chocolate cake and a whole box of the vanilla cake, and they have it in their lunch boxes. One of the best tasting sugar-free cakes I've ever tried.
It's lovely. Again, when you can prove that healthy can be delicious, and I know it sounds like a cliche, but I've spent a lot of my career trying to convince people that, gee, you can have both, and that's a really lovely example of that. I just wanted to mention one thing quickly because I forgot to mention at the end of talking about the proteins, and I wanted to say it now. Just going back briefly to the detox for a second, I really love these green nutritional superfood blend because it's got the green superfoods in it together with the marine plant minerals. One of my favorite brands, again, an ethical brand in glass, very minimal plastic. Even the plastic around the seal here is of plant-based origin. The only thing that isn't completely eco in there is the little silicone pouch in there to keep the moisture out. So you're getting, again, if you take, say, 6 of these capsules a day with super green blend and the marine plant-based minerals, a nice way to gently cleanse. I'm going to use the word cleanse, not detox, because it helps the body with that. Again, it may help with your energy levels as well because the greens tend to do that. So just something I wanted to mention, that if you're going to the new year and you're thinking, I want to maybe try something different, give these greens a go. I sometimes say to people, maybe it's time to come off the vitamins for a month and go on to something more food-based, and then go back onto the vitamins. Do you know what I mean? Give your body a bit of variety. This is a great way to do that, especially looking for a cleanse. And if you're looking, I realize the topic of alkalization is a hot topic, and there are people out there who say you can and can't do it, and blah blah blah. But what I would say is some foods tend to be more alkalizing to the system, and some foods tend to be more acidic forming. This sort of stuff tends to help the body more with the former, and we'll leave it at that because we don't want to promote too much controversy. But let's go with the super greens. If you're not getting your 5 a day, this is also a great way to supplement. And so many of us aren't getting their 5 a day, so it's a great way to do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to move on to a totally different area, and we're going to talk about nail polishes. And the reason why I'm sighing is because my younger daughter, is obsessed with polish. and she's always wanting to do her nails. And for such a long time, I was looking for a formaldehyde-free formula, and one that lets the nails breathe, because when you put the nail polish on and you leave it on for a long time and then you take it off, you can see the nail structure looks completely different, and it looks dry and doesn't look very good, it's so bad for the nails. And also, because our nails are porous, some of these chemicals can get through the nail bed and into the skin. So I didn't want to put anything like that on my daughter's nails, and she's really young, she's only 8. And then when I found out about Hanami, my God, my daughter's collection has exploded. So this is for all the people out there that are looking for a natural but long-lasting polish, or something to put in your child, like your child's stocking filler sort of thing. I can't go past this product, because the way that these are created and the colors that are brought out are always on trend. But most importantly, they are vegan polishes. They are 82% naturally derived ingredients. I'll put the list of goodies and baddies below so you can read it for yourself. But it is formulated to allow water and oxygen to penetrate the nail polish, so you're not getting that damage to the nail itself. It's non-toxic. It doesn't contain any nasty. It's beauty for you and beauty for the earth and beauty for my daughter. It's Australian made and owned, and I really want to help support this brand because she's excellent. She's got some great products and always on trend colors. Love it.
You know, it's funny, isn't it? You think about nails and you think, oh, well, you know, what can go on with them health-wise, really? And your explanation there really opened my eyes to the fact that you can absorb things through them. And even hearing that they can breathe, it's really, it's great to have that option, isn't it, for children, but also for everyone. And I remember reading, you probably read it as well years ago, when there were those ads around where you saw the photo of the woman in the magazine and they were showing how much toxins or how many toxins you are tending to, you know, ingest. And it goes above and beyond that now, doesn't it? Where we're looking to our healthy home. We have, you know, the natural cleaning products at Oborn now, the Abode, the Uclove, etc. We're starting to be in a very good position now to make some it's much more informed choices about what we put on and we surround ourselves with that our parents didn't have. So very lucky time. And, you know, I know there's a lot of trouble going on in the world, but we're also in a very informed time. And I really love it. You know, you wouldn't think nail polish could make me smile, but I'm really glad to hear it. And I agree with you. Lovely company. Add to it, the founder is such a lovely person, and that's really nice. It's great working with people who are talented, dedicated, but also very, very, really, really decent. So that's a good one.
I agree. Well, I think that's a wrap from us for the year. Until 2022, this is it. Happy festive season as I started. I hope we've bought some products today that'll help you through. And you know what? I don't want to jinx it, but doesn't 2022 have to be better? Yes. With us, Rick, it's always better.
The only way is up, really.
The only way is up. So until next year, we look forward to presenting more products. I know we've got such a big month planned for February. So until then, see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.